Good afternoon, everybody. Today is June 24, 2026. Today, our lecture is Visuddhimagga Purification, Paññani Desa, about the wisdom, part 44. So, before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, saying Namo Tassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you very much for your watching. So we continue a little bit. We love to explain about the Nibbana, isn't it? So the last explanation here, Pali mentioned Asiti la Parakama Sinedena. So 3 words here combined. Asitila is not. Sitila is not very weak. Sitila is a weak. Asitila is not weak. Parakama. Parakama is a very strong effort, virya, and tireless perseverance, tireless effort. With the tireless effort. Sinedena is finish, complete, or successful. The person who make an effort, the effort is neither too weak or very those media effort is a tireless effort. With a tireless effort, no weak effort. So that meaning is asitila parakama sinedena. So the yogi, the meditator who make effort is tireless effort. We need jnana visesena. Jnana. Jnana visesa is a special. Jnana is a wisdom. So special wisdom. Special wisdom means supramundane wisdom. Lokotara wisdom. Supramundane wisdom. With the supramundane wisdom, jnana visesena adhikamaniyato. Adhikamaniya is realized. Should be realized. The Nibbana is should be realized with the special wisdom, supramundane wisdom, and with the tireless effort, not weak effort, with the tireless effort, very strong effort. Sabinyu Vachana Toja. Sabinyu is mention the Buddha. Sabinyu is omniscience. Omniscience with Buddha. Vachanado is talking. Omniscient wisdom talking like this. Paramattena. Paramattha is ultimate truth. Paramattha, ultimate truth. Paramatrina with the ultimate true Sabhavado. Sabhavado is the reality. Sabhavado is a naturally existing. Nibbana is a naturally existing. We learned in the last lecture. Nibbana is a nobody create. Nibbana is a nobody destroy. Nibbana is like forever nature, forever natural phenomena in the universe. Nibbana is never ever depend on the condition. That's why Nibbana is never arising and Nibbana is never disappearing. So the meaning is here, Sabhavado meaning is always existing naturally. Sabhavado. Okay? Sabhavado is the meaning. Bhava is naturally happening. Your Nibbana is naturally happening. Never ever depend on any condition. The meaning here. Sabhavado. Naturally happening. Naturally existing. So Nibbana is Navijamana. So Navijamana is combined towards Na plus Avijamana. So be careful here, Na plus Vijamana is totally wrong. That what is completely one you translate wrong. But actually, Navijamana is a Na plus Avijamana. Avijamana is a Panyati, conventional truth. Na is a not. So Nibbana is a not conventional truth. Nibbana is a reality, Paramattha. Nibbana is a Paramattha. So Vijamana, not Avijamana. Nibbana is a Vijamana, really existing, naturally. Nobody created any condition, no need supporting to the Nibbana. Okay, so the meaning here, Na Avijamana. So Avijamana is a conventional truth is Na is a not. So that meaning is a ultimate truth. Paramattha. Okay. And then Wotan Hedan. Wotan Hedan is a Wotan He Edan. So three words here we need to separate. Wotan plus He plus Edan. Okay. So it is true. It is true. Edan, that Nibbana, Odam, Buddha talk like this. Ati Bhikkhave Ajadan, Ajadan, Abudan, Akatan. Buddha saying like this. Asankatan. So this all are, the describe the Nibbana like this. Buddha describe the Nibbana with the three what? Here, Ajada, Abuddha, Akata. So, Bhikkhave is a Buchanyan call to the monk who are, mostly audience is a monk, is listening to the Buddha talk, Buddha Dhamma talk. So that's why Buchanyan call to the Bhikkhu monk. So Bhikkhave, Buchanyan call the monk. Ati is a leader, Ajada. Ajada is not produced by the condition. Ajada is not born, unborn. Born meaning is something create, something, some condition. If we depend, for example, when we eye consciousness arising, at that time, eye consciousness born because of the condition. The visible object, light, eye, and the uh, attention. So at least four conditions born to arise the eye consciousness, isn't it? So Nibbana is not like this. Achada means not like this. Because of Nibbana is not born by any condition. That means Achada. Is not, Chada is born. Not born. Not born means not born by any kind of condition. And then Buddha. Buddha are also of the not. Buddha is Buddha is a naturally arise existing. Buddha means a naturally existing. Huh? Buddha is without condition, without the other thing. Nibbana is always existing. So Buddha is the Nibbana is happening like this. Okay? Buddha. Buddha is happening, existing. I means here not depend on the condition, any cause, any kind of things. Nibbana is naturally existing. And akata. Akata is nobody create. Kata is a make. Kata is a create. Akata is a nobody create. Is a not create. Akata. Nobody or no condition create. Nibbana is naturally existing all the time, permanent nature. And then asankata. Asankata is sankata is sankata meaning is the Sankata is depend on the condition. So asankata is not depend on the condition. So it is like this. Ati nibbana is there is a nibbana. Ati means there is a nibbana like this. Ajada, Abuddha, Akata, and Asankata. Nibbana is existing like this. Because of some person, they say Nibbana is nothing. Nothingness is the Nibbana. So that their talking is totally wrong. Buddha say Nibbana is there is existing the Nibbana all the time, not produced by the any kind of condition, not created by the other person. Nobody created. Asankata is not dependent on the condition any kind. Abuddha is naturally existing. So that nature is the special nature for the Nibbana. Because of the all things, all kind of things in the universe, not like this. All kind of thing in the universe is depend on the condition, So Nibbana is not like this. We have to understand. So Idan, that explanation is Dukkha Niyoda Nidisi. Dukkha Niyoda is the the cessation or the suffering. Nidisa is a detailed explanation. Vinachaya Katha Mukha. The Vinachaya is exposition. Vinachaya Katha is a talking. Mukha is the kind of session, the discussion about the cessation or the suffering. Nibbana. So Nibbana is really difficult to understand for the common person, Puthujana, because of the Nibbana cannot see by the Lokiya wisdom. Only wisdom is not possible, impossible to see the Nibbana. With the worldly wisdom is just we are in our daily life we see that Nibbana is totally different in our daily life. So Nibbana is special for the supermundane wisdom, Lokuttara Jnana, Lokuttara Panya. It's possible to see or to realize the Nibbana. So Nibbana is very difficult, to explain. Like the fish and tortoise. Tortoise is on the land and in the water. He know everything, but fish is understand in the water on the land. Nibbana also very subtle, very difficult to understand for the Puthujana, common person. So the Pali here English translation, because it's the Nibbana can be arrived at by distriction or the knowledge. So that knowledge is distriction knowledge, meaning is Lokuttara knowledge, supramundane knowledge. Supramundane knowledge is a very powerful knowledge to see the Nibbana that succeed through the tireless Pasabran. Pasabran is great effort, tireless effort. And because it's what or the omniscient Buddha, Nibbana is not non-existent as a regard individual essence in the ultimate things, Paramattha. So for that Nibbana, the Buddha said, Bhikkhu, there is nature. The nature is unborn, unbegun, unmade, and unfound. Huh? So that nature is only Nibbana in the universe. The other things are not like this. So this is a session on the definition dealing with the description of the cessation of suffering. Dukkha Nirodha Nidesa. Okay. So we go to the next one, Magga Nidesa Katha. So Four Noble Truths. The last one is Magga. So Magga Nidesa Katha. Magga is the path, noble path. Noble path, the path go to the cessation of suffering. So Magga Nidesa is a detailed explanation, Katha, talking. So Pali studying Dukkha Nirodha Kamini Padibada Nidesi. Dukkha is a suffering, Nirodha is a cessation, Kamini is way, Padibada is the way is not the other thing, practice, a Four Noble Path. The practice of a Four Noble Path is the way, only the way, one way to the cessation of suffering. So the meaning here, Dukkha Nidesa Kamini Padibada Nidesi. So Dukkha Niyara Gamini Brihvanidesa is that the way leading to the cessation of the suffering, Eightfold Noble Path. Buddha explain. No, Bana is the continuously explaining the other, the Noble Truth is the way leading to the end of the suffering, cessation of the suffering is Atta Dhamma. Atta is 8. Atta. Dhamma is, Eightfold Noble Path, right effort, right thinking, right view, right thinking, and then right speech, right action, and right livelihood, and then right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. So altogether 8 Dhamma. So 8 Dhamma. 8 Dhamma. Atta Dhamma meaning is Eightfold Noble Path. Karma. Karma is a later Khanda Nidhi. Oh, Khanda Nidhi. Khanda Nidhi is Khanda is aggregate, 5 aggregate. Nidhi is a detailed explanation. Also P. P is also. So the detailed explanation of the 5 aggregate also. Atado. Atado is the meaning. Atado pakasita yewa. Kaman pakasita yewa. Kaman is actually. Kaman actually. Pakasita yewa. Pakasita yewa is just explain. Just show. Buddha just show the Eightfold Noble Path in that session. 5 aggregate session explaining. Ida Bana. Bana is even though Buddha already explained in the 5 aggregate session, Ida here. Here means talking about the Four Noble Truth, Nesang, Ekakhane. Nesang is a later. Ekakhane, Eka Khana. Ekakhana is Eka plus Khana. Ekakhane is in one moment. Eka is one, Khana is a moment. So Ekakhane in one moment. Okay. Bodhamanana, Bodhamanana, yeah. Bodha is a happening. Mana is just present tense. According to the Pali grammar, here mana meaning is present moment happening. Nesan is those dhamma. Those dhamma is Eightfold Noble Path. We say what? We say Wabodhanata. We say is a special. We say awa bodhana. We say is we say sa plus awa bodhana. Bodhana tan atta. So 3 words here combined. We say is especially. Awa bodhana tan is awa bodhana is to know. Tan is for knowing the special. The meaning. We say awa bodhana tan for knowing the special. Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma is we will talk. Here. Here again, we will talk because of the special knowing. For the special knowing, here again explain the meaning. Okay, so the Pali English translation is in this description of the way leading to the cessation of suffering, the Abhidhamma, Eightfold Noble Path are given, though they have, of course, already explained as to the meaning in the description of the five aggregate Khanda Nidesa. Still, we have a deed to them here in order to remain aware of the difference between them when they occur in the single moment on the occasion of the path, Eightfold Noble Path. So that's why Buddha here again to explain the Eightfold Noble Path. Yeah, because the Eightfold Noble Path is very, very important to see or to realize the Nibbana. Only one way, one, special way. That's why. Okay, so the Pali continue like this. Sankhe Padohi. Sankhe Padohi. He, it is true. He, it is true. Sankhe Pado. Sankhe Pado is according to the briefly, the shortcut way. Sankhepa, briefly. Chatu Satya Padivedaya. Chatu is a four. Chatu. Satya is a true. Four noble true. Okay. Satu Satya, the four noble true. Padivedaya, penetrate the understanding. Four, penetrate the understanding. Padivedaya. For the penetrated understanding, the four noble true. Patipanasa. Patipanasa is a practice, the person who practice to penetrate the understanding the four noble true. Yogino is the meditator. Nibbana Aramana. Nibbana Aramana. Nibbana Aramana is a Nibbana Aramana. So Nibbana is a Aramana object for those meditator. Because four noble truth, to understand, penetrate the understanding four noble truth, we need to see the Nibbana as object. Without seeing the Nibbana as an object, we cannot completely or penetrated understanding the four noble truth. That's why. So Buddha used that here, Nibbana Ramanana, Nibbana Aramana. Nibbana is as an object. And then Avijja Nusaya. Avijja Nusaya Samoghadaka. So Avijja Nusaya, Avijja is the delusion, moha. Existing the delusion in stream of mind. Samoghada is totally removed. Samoghada. Ghada is a kill. But here is a removed. The avijja latent tendency totally removed. The meaning here, avijja nusaya samoghadaka. Who removed the delusion? Panya Chakku. Here Buddha mentioned Panya Chakku. So Chakku, Panya and Chakku is here Buddha used together because Chakku is seeing. Yeah, the Nibbana is seeing with the wisdom, isn't it? Nibbana cannot see our naked eye. Huh? We cannot see with our eye. Nibbana is we cannot see with our eye. Nibbana is only we can see with the wisdom eye. That's why Buddha used Panya Chakku, wisdom eye, with the wisdom eye. The wisdom eye. Panya Chakku, the wisdom eye is here in the Eightfold Noble Path, Samadhi, which is called Samadhi. Yeah. So Samadhi is the wisdom eye in the Eightfold Path. Okay? So mostly translate right view, isn't it? English translation is Samadhi is a right view. Direct translation is like this. Sama is a right, Ditti is a view, so right view. But right view meaning here Buddha, clearly mentioned Panya Chakku, wisdom eye. Yeah. So Samadhi is a wisdom eye. Panya. Not just right view, okay? And then Sa. Sa is a refer to the Samadhi, So Sa, that Samadhi, right view or I, the wisdom eye is Sama, rightly. Sama is rightly. Dasana Lakana. Dasana is a seeing. Lakana is a characteristic. The characteristic of the rightly seeing. Yeah. So rightly seeing meaning is very deep meaning. Here, rightly Sama is, seeing the Four Noble Truth correctly, and then the not according to your view, just naturally see it. The ultimate seeing. Never changing. That seeing is never changing by the other things. After the person, the meditator who see the Nibbana with the wisdom eye, rightly seeing, the meaning is their wisdom eye seeing, rightly seeing is never ever changing with the other things, by the other things. Very, very, strong. Because the Lokuttara Superman wisdom is like this, never changing. Okay, so Samadhi characteristic is like this: Sama Dasana, rightly seeing. Rightly seeing meaning is never ever changing that kind of seeing. The Nibbana, including Nibbana, not only Nibbana, including Nibbana, Four Noble Truth. Seeing the nature of Four Noble Truth rightly. Okay? And Samadhi is Pakasana Rasa. Dhatu Pakasana Rasa. Dhatu is element, isn't it? Pakasana is a showing. Pakasana is a showing. Showing the element here, element is Four Noble Truth. Here, Dhatu meaning is Four Noble Truth is here Dhatu. Okay, so not the other thing. So Pali just generally meaning Dhatu is element. Element is possible. Every single element is Dhatu. What Pali use, but here Pali use Samadhi for the Samadhi. So the Dhatu here is Four Noble Truth. So Samadhi is showing the Four Noble Truth nature. That's why here, Dhatu. Dhatu is just nature, isn't it? Nobody create. Dhatu is just their own function, that's just their nature. So that nature, the show Pakasana. Pakasana is a showing. Who show? Samadhi. Samadhi, the wisdom eye show us to see the Four Noble Truth rightly. That function, Samadhi make it. Samadhi function is like this. So that's why rasa. Rasa is a function, isn't it? So the function of the Samadhi is show us the element of Four Noble Truth. Meaning, Dhatu, Pakasana, Rasa. Okay? Dhatu, Pakasana, Rasa. And then Avijjanda Kara, Vidansana, Pichupatana. So Pichupatana is a manifestation. The manifestation of the Samadhi is Avijjanda Kara. Avijjanda Kara is Avijja Andakara. Avijja is a moha delusion. Avijja is a moha delusion. Andakara is a darkness. Yeah. So delusion is like a darkness, hiding everything with the delusion, with the darkness. So that's why we cannot see anything. Even though our eye is a good condition, we cannot see anything in the darkness. Like this. In the screen of our mind, if there is delusion, moha, we cannot see the Four Noble Truth. Yeah. So avijja is like darkness. That's why Buddha used avijjandakara. Avijjandakara is avijja is a look like a darkness. Yeah. Vidansana is a destroy. Vidansana. Who destroy? Not person. Samadhi. Samadhi, right view or Panyachakku, wisdom, I destroy the darkness or delusion. So that's why sometimes Buddha use Panya is like a lighting. Lighting. Panya is a lighting. Yeah. So if you have a lighting, you can see the anything in the darkness, isn't it? Darkness disappear. When you have a light, yeah, darkness disappear, isn't it? So like this. Samadhi, if you have samadhi when you practice meditation, practice meditation, the samadhi, you see more clear. I completely understand the avijja darkness meaning. So that's why manifestation of the samadhi. So the meaning is the meditator who practice meditation, samadhi is understanding like this, or destroying the darkness of delusion. Okay. So meditator understanding samadhi is like this. Okay. And then tata is a very similarly like this. Tata. Samma Sambana Ditti no. Sambana Ditti no. Sambana Ditti no is that the meditator who successful that kind of view, samadhi view. Okay. Tan sambayo tan. Tan is a refer to the samadhi. The mega samadhi is a two kind. Mega samadhi and Vipassanā samadhi. Vipassanā samadhi is just we still practicing the Vipassana meditation. At the time, our samadhi is just Vipassana samadhi. Not very powerful to destroy the avijja completely. To destroy the avijja completely at the time. Just, just a little by little destroy, not completely at the time. So that samadhi is we call Vipassana samadhi. But here, tan, sambayotan, tan is a refer to the mega samadhi. Mega samadhi means the moment of the mega, Sotapatti mega, or Sakaragami mega, or Anagami mega, or Arhata mega. So that four kind of path moment, Samyutta is associated. Vichara, Sankappa is a thinking, get removed completely. Removed completely. So wrong thinking removed completely. Chitta saw. Chitta saw is chitta is your mind. Chitta saw in the mind. Nibbana Bini-ropana. Nibbana Bada Bini-ropana. Nibbana Bada Bini-ropana. Nibbana is a Nibbana. Bada is here is an object. Abhidhamma is a toward the Nibbana object. The meaning here, Nibbana Bada Bini-ropana. Sama Sankappo. Sama Sankappo, rightly thinking. Rightly thinking means not just thinking. Rightly thinking means the Vitakka. That Vitakka is not just thinking. The Vitakka is toward the Nibbana object. The meaning here we have to understand. That's why Buddha mentioned Nibbana Nibbana Padabini Ropana Samma Sankappo. So Samma Sankappa is a right thinking. Translate mostly the translate right thinking. Right thinking meaning is not just thinking rightly. The thinking that is here Vitakka. Vitakka is bringing our mind to the Nibbana object. Okay. And then so is the refer to the Samma Sankappa. So that Samma Sankappa is rightly Chitta Bini-ropana Lakhano. Chitta Bini-ropana. Chitta, mind, Bini-ropana. So toward the Nibbana object. Lakhana is a characteristic. So the Samma Sankappa, right thinking characteristic here is a Nibbana, Chitta Bini-ropana. Bringing the mind toward the Nibbana object. That's why Samasankappa is we call Vitaka. Vitaka is here Samasankappa. So Vitaka, Samasankappa is rightly thinking, translate in English. The Vitaka is bringing our mind to the Nibbana object. And then Appana Raso, Appana. Oh. So Appana Rasa is a function. The function of the right thinking, Samasankappa, is Appana. Appana is put in the Nibbana object. So Samasankappa put our mind and other manifestors put in the Nibbana object. The meaning we have to understand. So the function of the Samasankappa right thinking is put our mind and manifestor into the Nibbana object. The meaning, the function, the Samasankappa make it. And then another one is a Miccha Sankappa Pahana Pachupatano. Pachupatano is a manifestation. Manifestation is understanding, then Samasankappa, the meditator understanding Samasankappa is like this. Miccha Sankappa is a wrongly thinking. Miccha is a wrongly. Sankappa is a thinking. So wrongly thinking, Pahana is a removed. Removing the wrongly thinking. So that manifestation, that understanding in the meditator mind, when you practice meditation or Samasankappa is like this, understanding. Remove wrongly thinking. So that is Samasankappa nature to put the shortcut way briefly. So the Pali English translation, the briefly, when the meditator is progressing means a stay practicing toward the penetration of the Four Noble Truths. So the meditative eye of understanding with the Nibbana as its object, eliminate the inherent tendency to the ignorance, moha, or delusion. That is we call right view, samma ditti. So samma ditti has the right seeing. That is a characteristic. Right seeing means right seeing of the Four Noble Truths. Its function is to show us the elements of the Four Noble Truths, and then it is manifested as destroying the darkness of the ignorance or delusion, which the writing is associated with the right view. So destroying the wrong thinking, so that is we call right thinking, samma sankappa. So samma sankappa characteristic is a right directing of the mind onto the nibbana object. So its function is to bring about the absorption of the part of consciousness in the nibbana as an object. Maka. Jhana. It is manifested as a burning or destroying of the wrong thinking. So that is understanding the meditator like this. Okay. And then we go to the Samma Vacca, isn't it? Samma Vacca. So here Bali continue explaining the Tapassato. Tatha Pasado, Tatha is according to the way, according to the explaining, the Pasado is a scene. The Pasado scene means practicing the Eightfold Noble Path. Vitakaya do, Vitakaya do, Vitakaya do. Vitakaya do means Vita is a make put our mind manifest in stand samyutta wa. Dan samyutta times refer to the samasankappa utaka. So time is refer to the vitaka samasankappa. So then that vitaka samasankappa associated, samyutta is associated. Vachi ducharita. Vachi is a speech. Ducharita is wrong speech. Vachi ducharita samoghadika. Samoghadika is completely removed. Make a completely remove the wrong speech. Wrong speech meaning is four kind of wrong speech. We have to understand telling lie, hard speech, vain talk, and then the what we call I forgot that one. Musawada, Pisunawacha, Prusawacha, Sambhablama. Yeah. So these four. Mecha Wachaya. Mecha Wachaya is from the wrong speech. Wrong speech is full time. Virati. Virati is abstinence. Abstinence name. The name Samawacha. Right speech. Right speech meaning is abstinence from the wrong speech. Telling lie, etc., etc. Sa is a refer to the Samawacha. Sa is that Samawacha is Parikahana. Parikaha Lakana. Parikaha is take, occupy. Yeah. Parikaha is occupy. Occupy the right speech by the abstinence of wrong speech. The meaning. Parikha, occupy means occupying the right speech. And Viramana rasa. Viramana. Viramana. Rasa is a function. The function of the Samawacha right speech is Viramana. Viramana, Virati is similar. Viramana is abstinence. Abstinence from the wrong speech. And then Micha Vacha Pahana Pichupatana. Pichupatana is a manifestation of the meditator is a Micha Vacha Pahana. Micha Vacha is a wrong speech. Pahana is a removing the wrong speech. So understanding the meditator in that way is we call Vichavachaphana Vichupatthana. Okay, and then after Samavacha, next one is Sama Kamanda and Sama Ajiva. Here, Tata Viramanato. Tata is very similarly. Viramanado is abstinence from the wrongly talking. Tansamyudawa. Tansamyudawa is times referred to the Mecca movement associate Samyuda. Associate with the Mecca movement only. Michakamanda. Wrong action. Michakamanda Samochidika. Samochidika is removed. Totally removed at the moment of the Maga moment, totally remove the wrong action. Panadibada viradi. Panadibada viradi is Panadibada is killing any living being. Panadibada di viradi. Panadibada adi viradi. So adi is etc. etc. Panadibada is killing any living being. Okay, adi is etc. etc. Viradi is abstinence. So Panadibada abstaining from the killing living being, and Adinadana abstinence from the taking the other properties. So abstaining from the Kamisumichachara, misconduct. So the three abstinence. Here we call Samma Kammando. Totally removed. So that is Samma Kammando is a right action. Samma Kammando Nama. We call right action. Right action is abstaining from the Banadipada, etc. etc. It's called right action. So right action is right good speech. Here explaining. The Pali English translation is one the meditators see and think according to the way. The meditator abstaining from the wrong speech, which abstaining is associated with the right view, it's completely destroying the wrong bhavakunda, and that is called right speech. So right speech has characteristics of breathing or taking break highs, occupying. Its function is to abstain. Its manifesto is removing the wrong speech. When the meditator abstain like this, so the meditator abstinence from the living being, etc., which abstinence associated with the right view, cut off the wrong action. And this is called right action, Sama Kammando. Okay? So Sama Kammando is like this. When we practice Vipassanā meditation. Yeah. Okay, and then we go to the next one, Sama Achiva. So is referred to the wrong, the right action, Sama Kammanda. Samogada, Samotthana, Samotthapana, Lakano. Yeah. Samothabana Lakano. Viramana Raso. Samothabana Lakano. Lakana is a characteristic. So right action characteristic is Samothabana. Samothabana is you know, make or produce the right action. So abstaining from the wrong action. Samothabana is make abstaining from the wrong action. So that kind of characteristic. And then Viramana Raso. Viramana is the abstinence function. And then Mecha Kamanda Hana Pichupatano. So the manifestation of the meditator is a Mecha Kamanda is a wrong doing. Mecha Kamanda wrongly doing. That is for Kamakamanda. Okay. And then Yapanasa. Yapanasa is a Pana Asa. Pana, the other Eightfold Noble Path is continuously explaining. Asa. Asa is a refer to the meditator. Asa. Asa is a refer to the meditator who practice Eightfold Noble Path, the Vipassanā meditation at the time. Okay, yeah, is later. Tesan. Tesan is those. Samawacha Kamandana. Oh, two. Samawacha. Kamanda is a Samakamanda. So here Sama is both. Samawacha, Samakamanda. Right speech and right action. So those Tesan Samawacha Kamandana, those right speech and right action. For those right speech and right action, we so deep Buddha. We so deep purification. We so deep happening. So happening the purification. Tan Samyudawa. Yeah, Tan Samyudawa is refer to the mega moment. Samyuda is associated mind, manifests, Kuhanadi, Upachirika. Kuhana is kind of scheming, etc., scheming, etc. Kuhanadi, Kuna Adi. Obichida is cut off. Obichida. So cut off these scheming, etc. Mecha jiwa vidati. Mecha jiwa. Wrong livelihood. Vidati is abstinent. Abstinent from the wrong livelihood. So ya is together with the Mecha jiwa vidati. That wrong livelihood, abstaining from the wrong livelihood is, we call here Samājiva. So the one is Samājivo Nama. We the Buddha called Sama Ajiva, right livelihood. So right livelihood is associated with the abstaining from the wrong action and wrong speech when you are doing business, isn't it? This is we call Sama Ajiva. Ajiva is a livelihood. Livelihood means when you make a business, at the time you are abstaining from the wrong speech and wrong action. So that your business is purified. That's why Sama Ajiva. So that Sama Ajiva, right livelihood is Wadana Lakano. Wadana is purification. Wadana and Visuddhi is Sama Ajiva is just purification. Purification in the speech and action. You make a business. And then Nyaya Jiva Pavati Raso. Nyaya Jiva Nyaya Ajiva. Nyaya Jiva and Nyaya Ajiva. Nyaya is suitable. Yeah. So Ajiva is livelihood. Suitable livelihood. Suitable livelihood means abstaining from the wrong speech and wrong action when you're doing the business. So Nyaya Ajiva. Suitable livelihood. Body is happening, rasa is a function. So Sama Ajiva is a make a function to happen the suitable livelihood. Yeah. That's important. When you practice meditation, that livelihood also very important. And the Mecha Jiva Pahana Pichubatano, or manifestation. Manifestation or understanding in the meditative mind. So Mecha Jiva Pahana. Mecha Jiva is a wrong livelihood. Pahana is removed. Removing the wrong livelihood is understanding in the meditative mind. This is a Pichubatana of the Sama Ajiva. Okay, so the Pali English translation here is Sama Kamanda has a characteristic of the origination. The function is to abstain, is a manifest as abandoning or removing the wrong action. When the meditator right speech and right action are purified, is abstaining from wrong livelihood, which abstaining is associated with that right view, cut out scheming, etc., etc. And what we call right livelihood, Samajiva. So it has a characteristic of cleansing or purification. Its function is to bring about the occurrence of proper livelihood, suitable livelihood. It is a manifest as a removing of the wrong livelihood. We have to understand like this. This is a Sama Ajiva. So right now, Sama Vacha, Sama Kamanda, Sama Ajiva also finish. And then we go to the next one. Sama Vayama, isn't it? So, Pali studying Atasa, Yodasa. Atasa is Ata Asa. Atasa, Ata plus Ata. Asa, Ata is at the time. At that time, meaning is the person is purifying his mind, his livelihood and speech and action at the time. Your is that dasa dasa is the leader. Your dasa is the leader. Sama vacha kamanda jiva sinkhada. Sinkhadaya is what we call sama vacha, what we call sama kamanda, what we call sama ajiva. Right speech, right action, and right livelihood, what we call tassa is together with the sila bhumiya. Tassa is that, sila bhumiya is sila is morality. Morality is like a ground for the meditator. That's why Buddha used bhumiya, foundation, like a ground or foundation. Sila is like a ground or foundation. That's why Buddhas use sila. So sila bhumiya is samavacha, samakamanda, samaajiva is the ground for the meditator. So sila bhumiya in the foundation or the sila. But they take that side. Dasa is already, Patitita is already standing. The Ranurubo, Tang Anurubo. The Ranurubo, Tang Anuru. Tang is referred to the mega moment. So at the mega moment suitable, the Ranurubo, Anurubo is suitable. Suitable with the mega moment. Tang Sambayutawa. Samyutowa, sorry. Tan Samyutowa. Tan is a refer to that maga moment. Samyuta is associated mind and manifest only what? Kosija. Kosija is laziness. Kosija. Kosija samochita ko. Samochita ko is removing the laziness. Kosija samucheda do viriya rambo. Viriya aramba. Yeah. So Buddha used viriya and aramba is together. Yeah. Effort. So sometimes the Buddha use viriya, sometimes Buddha use aramba, but they say effort. That effort is removing the kosija, laziness, isn't it? So your is together with the Vidya Rambo. Your Vidya Rambo, that Vidya effort so you there is that kind of effort. Isa is referred to the Vidya. The Vidya is Samavayamo Nama. We call Samavayama. Samavayama is a right effort. Okay. So that Samavayama right effort is Bhagaha Lakano. Bhagaha is the occupying or Bhagaha is not occupying, promoting, promote or supporting. promoting or supporting that kind of characteristic, and anupanaka akusala nupadana deep raso. Very long. Anupana is not yet arising. Anupana. Akusala is unwholesome. Okay. Upana is arising. Adi raso function. So not yet arising. Not happen, that kind of function make sama vayama. So sama vayama make the function not yet arising akusala not to arise. The meaning here, anupanna akusala upadanati raso. Michawayama pakahana Vipassanā. Vipassanā manifestation, the manifestation is a Michawayama, thought. Ahana is removing the wrong of thought. Is the understanding in the meditative mind like this. Okay? And the dasa A1. Dasa A1 is a dasa plus A1. A1 is according to the explanation. Dasa is the meditator who dasa is later translate. Dasa Vayamato. Vayamado is make effort. Yeah. Vayamado, the person who make effort. That is referred to the meditator. Dan Sambayudawa. Just Dan is referred to the Riya Magga. Sambayuda associate. Mecha Sati we know we need to know. Mecha Sati we need to know. We need to is destroying also. To know, destroying the wrongly mindfulness, sati. Chittaso is in mind. Asamoso. Samosa is forgot, is not forgot. Not forgot is samasati nama. We call samasati, right mindfulness. Right mindfulness is not forgot in the mind. Sa, that samasati is upatthana lakkhana. Upatthana. Upatthana is in the mind. Upatthana is appear clearly. Without mindfulness, Namarupa is not appear in the mind. So the Samasati, right mindfulness is make and the characteristic is upatthana, appear clearly in the mind. And asamosana rasa, not forget asamosana. The function of the samasati is not forgetting. Samma amichasati, bahana vichupatthana. Vichupatthana is a manifestation in the meditative mind. The michasati, wrong, the mindfulness, bahana is removing. So that manifestation, we have to understand. So that is right effort and right mindfulness. So the one the meditator is a still ground or the virtue, or the morality is called right speech, right action, and right livelihood. So the meditator energy, which is a conformity with and then we associate with the right view, cut out the laziness, and that is called we call right for sama vayama, isn't it? And its first characteristics of the effort, exalting. Its function is non-arousing of the akusala, not yet, and then so on. Four kind of bharana, sama bharana. So similarly, like this here, samavayama. So it is manifested as abandoning or wrong effort. So when the meditator is at himself, there's non-forgetfulness in the mind, which is associated with the right view shape of the raw mindfulness. That is called right mindfulness, samasati. Yeah. So it's a characteristic of the establishing in the mind. Its function is not to forget the nature of the body and mind, namarupa. It is manifested as a version of the raw mindfulness. Okay, so right now we finish Samma Vayama and Samasati. So the last one is Samma Samadhi, isn't it? So the Pali continues explaining it won't like this. It won't like this. Anotaraya. Anotaraya is no. Notaraya is Notara meaning is the Superman. Satya is mindfulness. With the mindfulness, Sangrakya, Sangrakya, Sang and Rakya. Mana Chittasa. Sangrakya Mana Chittasa. So Sangrakya Mana, yeah. Sangrakya Mana. Sang is well. Rakya Mana is present moment protection. Chitta is a mind. So present moment protection, the mind with the mindfulness. So mindfulness is like this. Mindfulness is protection, the mind. So Tan Sambyudawa. Tan Sambyudawa is Tan is referred to the moment associated only, which has some concentration, destroying the wrong concentration. Chitti Kakata. Chitti Kakata is one point in the mind. Chitti Kakata, the one point in the mind, is we call Samadhi Nama, right concentration. So that right concentration is Avikipa. Avikipa Lakano. The characteristic of the samadhi, right concentration is avikipa. Avikipa is not wandering. Yeah. That characteristic. No wandering meaning is the one point in it. And then samadhana. Is samadhana. Samadhana is the put on the manifestors together in the meditation object. It's the meaning samadhana. Put the mind and other manifestors into the meditation object. The samadhi is made like this. And then mecha samadhi ahana pichupatano. Pichupatana manifestation, the meditative understanding is samadhi is wrong concentration, removing Micha Samadhi Bhana. So again, the explanation is Dukha Niyoda Gamini Patipada. Nidhi say the way leading to the cessation of the suffering. Detailed explanation, Nayo, the method. Itam, A1 metta, A1, ita, A1 like this, ita and that, Four Noble True, Jadi Adina, Jadi Bon, etc., etc. Vinechaya is exposition. Vidita Bo should be known. And we should understand the Four Noble True like this. Okay, so the Pali English translation is one, the meditative mind is that guarded or protected by the supramundane mindfulness. The unification or one point of the mind, which is associated with the right view, destroying the wrong concentration, is called right concentration, samadhi. The samadhi has a characteristic of the no wandering. Its function is to concentrate. It's manifested as the removing of the wrong concentration. So this is a method in the description, the way leading to the cessation of the suffering. Dukkha Niyoda Gamini Paribhara. A Four Noble Path. Like this. So this is a how exposition should be understood here to the definition of the path, etc., of the Four Noble Truth. We have to understand. So Four Noble Truth is very important to understand in that way. So that's why here Titi is explaining. Okay, and then go to the next explanation is Jnana Kicca Dodi. Jnana, wisdom, Kicca, function. So Jnana Kicca Dodi, Jnana Kicca Dodi, according to the Jnana Kicca here is explaining with the Pali Satya Jnanasa. Satya Jnanasa. So Satya Jnana is Satya is a Four Noble Truth. Jnana is a wisdom. The wisdom, the wisdom of the object of the wisdom is here Four Noble Truth. The meaning. The object of the wisdom, the Four Noble Truth, Satya Jnana sa Kicca Dobi. Kicca Dobi is a Kicca is a function, Do is according to the function also Bi. Kicca Dobi according to the function also. And Vinay Chaya is a disposition. Viridabo should be known. So here, the Bali trying to explain, the Buddha was trying to explain the wisdom, jnana, how to understand the Four Noble Truths according to the function. Icha, here explaining, Duidan hi Satya Jnana. He more today explaining Satya Jnana is Duidan, two kind. So we have to understand Satya Jnana is a two kind of Satya Jnana. The wisdom, understanding the Four Noble Truths is two kind. Number one, here a new Bodha Jnana. This is number one, Satya Jnana. Jnana. A new Bodha, a new is again and again. Bodha is a body. Body meaning is understanding. Again and again understanding, that kind of wisdom. When we practice meditation, we try to see the nama rupa. Nama rupa is just the noble truth. Dukkha satya and samudaya satya, isn't it? Nama rupa is like this. So trying to see again and again the nama rupa, body and mind, the nature is dukkha satya and samudaya satya. So again and again that kind of understanding with the understanding jnana is here number one kind of satya jnana. And then number two kind of satya jnana is pativeda jnana. Pativeda jnana. Pativeda jnana is penetrated understanding wisdom. So penetrated understanding wisdom is at the mega moment, at the Sotapatti mega moment, at the Sakaragami mega moment, at the Nagami mega moment, at the Arada mega moment. At that time, Pativeda is penetrated understanding. That kind of wisdom is another Satya Jnana. Here we have to understand, okay? So Satya Jnana, understanding the Four Noble Truths is two kind, Anubodha Jnana and Pativeda Jnana. So these two are Satya Jnana. So Tatha, the Buddha more details explain Tatha, and that two kind of Nubodha Jnana. Nubodha Jnana is a Lokiyan. When we practice meditation, Vipassanā meditator, this is Vipassanā meditation. At that time, the Lokiya Kusala Chitta is working, isn't it? Not Lagodra, not yet Lagodra Chitta. So Lokiya is, only Kusala Chitta working at the time. So Anusawadi Vasena. Anusawa. Nu is again and again. Sawa is the hearing from the teacher. When we practice, we need to discuss with the teacher. We need to listen in the Dhamma talk, how to practice meditation. When we met with the difficult situation, how we change the method, to make correction, that kind of that. We need again and again that kind of sawana is the listening. Nusawa is again and again listening, etc., etc. Yeah. With that, Nirodi Magija. Nirodi is Nirasatya. Yeah. Not yet. Nirasatya is, Nibbana. So, meditator one practice meditation at the time, not yet seeing the Nirasatya, Nibbana, but listening, Nibbana is the kind of nature from the teacher. Yeah, that is including four noble truths, including like this. But direct watching is only dukkha satya and samudaya satya, isn't it? When we practice meditation, body and mind is when we watching, yeah, two satya, dukkha satya and samudaya satya. But nirvana satya also listening, from the teacher or nirvana satya like this, explaining, but not yet with the wisdom, just hearing from the teacher like this. And Magacha, Maga is Maga also, Maga Satya. Yeah, Ifonobaba is not walking completely, not yet, but yeah, the teacher or you should practice Ifonobaba like this or listening again and again. So what did it happen at the time? So that kind of happening is we call here Anubodha Jnana. Okay? So Anubodha Jnana is again and again, step by step, again and again, understanding. Yeah, like this. By practicing, by listening, by the guide of the teachers, like this. So many steps. And then another one, the second one is Pativeda Jnana. So Pativeda Jnana, the second Satya Jnana is a Pativeda Jnana. So penetrated understanding, that kind of Satya Jnana is Lagotaran or Lagotara. Not Lokiya. Lagotara. Subramani. So Nyoda Ramanana, Nyoda Aramanana, sorry. Nyoda Niroda Maramana. Nirodha Aramana. Nirodha Aramana. Nirodha is a Nibbana. Aramana is object. So Nibbana object, Nirodha Aramana, Katwa make. Kichato. Kichato is according to the function. Chattari 4, Sachani, noble true, Patiwachati, penetrated understanding at the time. So penetrated understanding at the time, that kind of, the understanding we call here, Pativeda Jnana. Okay, so that is very important. Like this, we have a two kind of Pativeda Jnana, two kind of Satya Jnana, sorry, two kind of Satya Jnana. Okay. And the Yataha, 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 the different Sutta, aha, the Buddha talk. Yo bhikkhave dukkham basadi, dukkha samudayam bi so basadi, dukkha nirodham bi basadi, dukkha nirodha gami ne padivara bi basadi. Sabban Wadaban. Oh, huh? Sabban Wadaban. So Buddha is saying like this. Huh? Bhikkhu is a monk. Buddha called to the monk. Yo is a some person. Dukhan, the Dukkha Satya, the true of suffering, Pasati see. So true of suffering see meaning is seeing the Namarupa, isn't it? Body and mind. When the person practice meditation at the time, the person seeing the Namarupa. So Namarupa is the Dukkha Satya, so Dukkha Pasati, seeing the Dukkha Satya. Dukkha Samudayambi, so Pasati. So that person who seeing the Dukkha Satya, Namarupa, that person Dukkha Samudayambi. Dukkha Samudaya also Pasati see. Dukkha Samudaya is the cause of suffering, the origin of suffering, seeing. Okay? And then Dukkha Niyorambi. Oh, Dukkha Niyorambi Pasati. Dukkha Niyorambi B is also Dukkha Niyora, the cessation of suffering also, Pasati see. Okay? Dukkha Niyora Gami name Patibadabi. Oh, the way leading to the cessation of the suffering, Pasati see. So the meaning is at the moment, not only one satya, but also the four noble truth simultaneously seen at the time. So that one is Lokotra, not Lokiya. Okay? So Pativedana Jnana is understanding four noble truth simultaneously, altogether. But Anubodha Jnana is not like that. Lokiya Jnana is just each by each, not all together. We have to understand like this. So it is like this. Sabban, all means all kind of noble truth. Whatever should be said. Sabban is all kind of sutta. Sutta, Whatever is should be said. Should be talk. So tam panasa. Panasa pana asa. Pana continuously explaining. Asa is that Patiweda Jnana, penetrated understanding, wisdom. Tankechan, that function is, times are referred to the Kecha. Tankechan, that function is Jnana Dasana Visuddhiya. Oh, Jnana Dasana Visuddhiya, Jnana Dasana Visuddhi explaining we Bhavisati, where we appear. The meaning is later explain. Later explain about the Jnanadasana Visuddhi. More detailed understanding. Okay. Now here, because of the together explaining next session. Okay. Jnanadasana Visuddhi. So yeah, we have to understand two kind of jnana, Anubodha jnana and Pativedana jnana. Anubodha jnana is a worldly wisdom, Lokiya jnana. Pativedana jnana is a Lokuttara jnana. So understanding four noble truths is different. Anubodha jnana is separately one by one, each not all together. But Pativedana jnana is a four noble truths simultaneously all together. Understanding, seeing like this, we have to understand. Yeah, that is important to know those two different kind of satya jnana. Okay, so that Pali English translation is according to the knowledge function. The exposition should be understood according to the knowledge of the truth So the true or the knowledge of true satya jnana is of two kinds, namely knowledge as idea and knowledge as penetration. The English translation like the knowledge as idea, not just idea, just Nubara jnana is not just idea, just watching with the meditation again and again. Yeah, trying to see the full Nuvatru like this is Nubara jnana is again and again watching, again and again seeing with the wisdom. And next one is knowledge as a penetration. Okay, yeah, the Pativeda jnana. So there are two kind of the wisdom, the knowledge as an idea is a mandate, lokia, occur through the hearsay from the teacher and from the Dhamma, the person who gave the Dhamma talk, something like this, etc., about the Nibbana, cessation, and the path, mega. So the knowledge consisting in the penetrating, the Pativeda jnana, which is the sublime logora, penetrate the Four Noble Truths as a function, making the talk in the Manisutta Bhikkhu monk. The person who see the suffering, see also the origin of suffering, see also the cessation of suffering, see also the way leading to the cessation of suffering. Four Noble Truths all together, seeing that one is we call Pativeda jnana, penetrated understanding. Lokottara jnana. So it should be all together Four Noble Truths. But the function is where we make clear in the purification by the knowledge and vision, Visuddhi Jnana session, where we explain. Okay? So today we'll stop here. Next time, a little bit more explaining about these two wisdom, Bodha Jnana and Pativeda Jnana. Okay? So thank you very much for your watching. So before stop the lecture, we wish our Buddha teaching lasts longer and longer in the universe. The more Buddha teaching lasts longer, the more we can get the benefit. So Buddha Sadhana Chiyantitu in 3 times, please. Buddha Sadhana Chiyantitu. Buddha Sasanam Chirandidatu. Buddha Sasanam Chirandidatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idami punya asavakayang wahotu. Idami punya Nibbanasa Pachayo Hotu Idami Punya Megapala Jnanasa Pachayo Hotu Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much for watching. See you next week. Have a good day. Bye-bye.